Minasan, yokoso. Hi everybody, welcome to Edupedia World. In this video, we will be learning the next lesson, lesson number 4, Tanaka-san no Heya. Okay, Tanaka-san no Heya. So before getting into the lesson, as usual, we have to learn the vocabulary, idioms and grammars, sentence structures before getting into the lesson, the conversation. So the first part of the session is vocabulary, tango vocabulary. So again, the vocabularies are split into three different columns. The first one is the Japanese word, the second one is the transliterated word in English, and the third column will give you the English meaning of the Japanese word. Clear? So let's learn the first word, isu. Though it's written as isu, it is pronounced as isu in Japanese. The English meaning of isu is chair. Chair. Isu, chair. The next word is arimasu. The root form of arimasu is aru. Okay. The English meaning of it is or are. Existence. For example, there is and there are. So whenever is and are used, or whenever is and are referred, then the word arimasu is used in Japanese. Arimasu meaning is and are. The next word is donna. Donna meaning what kind of. Though it is written as donna, it is pronounced as donna. Okay, so the English meaning is what kind of. The next word is kaban. Kaban meaning bag or briefcase. Bag or briefcase. The next word is kuroi. Kuroi meaning black. Kuroi meaning black. The next word is kuro. Kuro also means black, but the only difference is kuro is a noun, whereas kuroi is an adjective. Kuro is noun, kuroi is adjective. That is why to differentiate between the noun and the adjective, I have used the tilde sign for kuroi. Clear? So the next word is dore. It is not dore, it is dore, meaning which. Which. The next word, ue. Ue is written in kanji here, meaning on, over, above or top. On, over, above or top. The next word is shashin. Shashin meaning photograph. Photograph. The next word, tsukue. It is not pronounced as tsukue, it is pronounced as tsukue. Tsukue meaning table. Table or desk. The next word is nani. Nani meaning what. What. The next word is nanika. Nanika meaning something. Something. The next word is noto. Noto. It is not noto, it is noto, meaning notebook. Notebook. The next word is shita. Shita is written in kanji here, meaning below, under or bottom. Shita, below, under or bottom. It is not pronounced as shita, it is pronounced as shita. Clear? The next word is marui. Marui meaning round or circle. Marui meaning round or circle. The next word is aoi. Aoi meaning the color blue. the color blue. The next word is awo. Awo also means blue. So the difference between awo and awo is that awo is a noun, whereas awo is an adjective. So that's why I have used the tilde sign in the adjective. The last word is eigo. Eigo, meaning English language. Ei means English. Go is the suffix for language. Eigo, Japanese, English language. And what do you use for Japanese language? It is Nihongo. Nihon means Japan, and go is the suffix added for referring the language. Nihongo meaning Japanese language. Eigo means English language. Clear? Now let's have a recap of all the words. Isu, isu, chair, chair. Arimasu, arimasu, is and are, is and are. Donna, donna. What kind of, what kind of. Kaban, kaban. Bag or briefcase, bag or briefcase. Kuroi, kuroi. Black, black. Kuro, black, black. Dore, dore. Which, which. Ue, ue. On, over or above, on, over or above. Shashin, shashin. Photograph, photograph. Tsukue, tsukue. Table, table. Nani, nani. What, what. Nanika, nanika. Something, something. Noto, noto. Notebook, notebook. Shita, shita. Below, under or bottom, below, under or bottom. Marui, marui. Round, round. Avoi, avoi. Blue, blue. Avo, avo. Blue, blue. Eigo, eigo. English language, English language. Next session is Jukugo Bumbo, idioms and grammar. So here we will learn 4 different types of grammar. The first one is ga. Whatever exists takes this particle. So the difference between ga and va is that va is the topic marker, but ga is the subject marker. Ga, whatever exists, takes this particle. To differentiate between va and ga in a better way, I'll give you an example. For example, who are you? Watashi wa. Who are you? Okay, I'm asking who are you. You say my name is Priya. Watashi wa Priya desu. Watashi wa Priya desu. Now I'm asking who is Lloyd. For that you will answer Watashi ga Priya desu. I am Priya. Who is Priya? I am Priya. Who is Lloyd? I am Lloyd. So the difference between va and ga is that va is the topic marker, but whereas ga is the subject marker. Ga is used when you're trying to introduce a sentence newly to the listener. When you're introducing or when you're giving information for the first time to the listener. In those cases, you will use the particle ga. When the listener is already aware of the information, in that case you will use the particle va. So va is the topic marker, ga is the subject marker. Clear? So the next grammar is ni. Ni is something which we have already seen in the previous lessons. It is the particle which indicates location of existence. For example, I live in Chennai. Watashi wa Chennai ni sundeimasu. So particle indicates location of existence. Okay. The third grammar is ya ya nado. Third grammar particle is ya ya nado. So if you see the meaning here, it says when many things exist and not all of them are enumerated, the nouns take this particle and finally will end or will take nado, that is etc. When many things exist and not all of them are enumerated, the nouns take this particle and finally will take nado, that is etc. For example, you want to say that you have bought these many items in shopping. For example, you have bought orange, you have bought apples, you have bought clothes, you have bought watches in the shopping. So how do you say that using ya ya nado? The sentence will be Watashi wa orange ya ringo ya tokei ya fuku nado ga kaimashita. I will repeat. Watashi wa orange ya ringo ya tokei ya fuku nado ga kaimashita. I said I bought oranges, apples, clothes, watches, etc. in the shopping. Okay, so when many things exist and not all of them are enumerated, the nouns take ya ya nado pattern and finally end with nado, which means etc. The last grammar is ka. This grammar also and this particle also we have already seen in the previous lesson. The meaning, it says when added to interrogative words they become indefinite words. For example, naniga arimasu? Is there something? Okay, so the four different grammars that we have learnt in this lesson are ga, ni, ya ya nado and ka. So ga is whatever exists takes this particle. The difference between ga and va is that va is the topic marker and ga is the subject marker. Ni, particle indicates location of existence. Third, ya ya nado. When many things exist and not all of them are enumerated, the nouns take ya ya nado pattern and finally ends with nado, which means etc. The last one is ka. When added to interrogative words, they become indefinite words. Clear? The next session is Hattin. Here we are going to see the difference between ga and va in sentences. This will help you understand the difference between ga and va in a better way. So the first one is isu ga arimasu. Isu ga arimasu means the chair is here or the chair is there or there is a chair. Isu ga arimasu. There is a chair, which means the listener is not aware that a chair is around. Okay, so isu ga arimasu. The speaker is saying there is a chair. Nani ga arimasu ka? Nani ga arimasu ka? So this is an interrogative sentence as it ends with ka. Nani ga arimasu ka? Is there something or is there anything? So the listener is new or the speaker is introducing the sentence newly here. The next sentence is kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Kaban is briefcase, doko is where, arimasu ka is interrogative particle, ni is the particle which indicates location of existence. So kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Where is the bag or briefcase? So the speaker knows that a bag is available, but he wants to know which place. So kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? So here The listener also knows that a bag is available, and the speaker asks the listener, where is the bag? Clear? So the next sentence is Kabanwa kuroides. Kabanwa kuroides. The bag is black in color. The bag is black in color. This is an obvious situation because both the listener and the speaker are looking at the bag, and they are aware that the bag is black in color. So this is not a new situation to both of them. So the particle va is included here. The next one is notova avoides. The same situation as the previous sentence. Notova avoides. The notebook is blue in color. Clear? So the next sentence is Kochirawa Ashok Sandes. Kochirawa Ashok Sandes. This is Mr. Ashok. Kochiraga Ashok Sandes. This is Mr. Ashok. So there is a small trick between these two sentences. Kochirawa Ashok Sandes and Kochiraga Ashok Sandes. If you see the sentences here, in the first sentence, Ashok San is highlighted, but in the second sentence, Kochira is highlighted. So the difference here is that Kochira Ashok Sandes is someone was searching for Ashok, but he has not seen him before. He must have already heard about Mr. Ashok, but he has not seen before. So the speaker is introducing Mr. Ashok to the listener. Kochirawa Ashok Sandes. So this is Mr. Ashok. So the listener already knows about Ashok San. So the particle va is included here. In the next sentence, Kochiraga Ashok Sandes is this is Mr. Ashok, means the listener has not heard about Mr. Ashok before. So the speaker is introducing Mr. Ashok to the listener. So this is Mr. Ashok. So as the speaker is introducing for the first time to the listener, the particle ga is introduced in this sentence. So if you understand the difference between va and ga, va is the topic marker, but whereas ga is the subject marker. Now let's have a recap of all the sentences. The first one is isu ga arimasu. There is a chair. Nani ga arimasu ka? Is there something? Kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Where is the bag? Kaban wa kuroi desu. The bag is black in color. Noto wa avoi desu. The notebook is blue in color. Kochira wa Ashok san desu. This is Mr. Ashok. Kochira ga Ashok san desu. This is Mr. Ashok. Hope you understand the difference between the last two sentences. Kochira wa Ashok san desu. Kochira ga Ashok san desu. Please pay attention that in the first sentence Ashok san is highlighted, but whereas in the second sentence Kochira is highlighted. Va is the topic marker and ga is the subject marker. Clear? Now we are going into the conversations of lesson number 4, Tanaka-san no Heya. So here the conversation is happening between Miss Devi, Miss Tanaka, Mr. Ashok and Mr. Raja. So Miss Devi, Mr. Raja and Mr. Ashok happened to visit Tanaka-san's room. Now in this conversation, Devi initiates the conversation. Miss Devi, Kore wa Nihon no shashin desu ka? So Miss Devi sees a photograph in Tanaka-san's room. Kore wa Nihon no shashin desu ka? Is this Kore is this Nihon no shashin? We just learned that shashin is photograph. So Nihon no shashin means Japan photograph. Wa desu ka is the interrogative structure. Kore wa Nihon no shashin desu ka means is this a photograph that was taken in Japan? And Miss Tanaka responds, Hai, watashi no heya desu. Kono heya ni nani ga arimasu ka? Hai, watashi no heya desu. Kono heya ni nani ga arimasu ka? Yes, watashi no heya. Watashi means I. No is the connecting particle. Heya is room. So watashi no heya desu is my room. Kono heya ni nani ga arimasu ka? Kono heya is this room. Ni nani what? Ga arimasu ka? Ga arimasu ka is the interrogative structure. Kono heya is this room. Ni is the location of existence. So, kono heya ni nani ga arimasu ka? Is there anything in this room? Room in the sense the photograph. The photograph actually represents the room of Miss Tanaka. Clear? So next Miss Devi responds. Tsukue to isu ga arimasu. Tsukue to isu ga arimasu. So tsukue means desk. Isu is chair. Ga arimasu is the affirmative structure. To is and. So tsukue to isu ga arimasu. There is a chair and a table. Miss Tanaka responds. Tsukue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? Tsukue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? Tsukue is table, ue is top, nani ga is something, arimasu ka is the interrogative structure. Tsukue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? Ni is the particle that represents the location of existence. Tsukue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? Is there anything or is there something on the table? Mr. Ashok responds, Hai, arimasu. Yes, it is there or something is there on the table. Miss Tanaka responds, Nani ga arimasu ka? Nani is what? Arimasu ka is the interrogative structure. What is there on the table? Mr. Ashok responds, Ringo ya jisho ya noto nado ga arimasu. Ringo ya jisho ya noto nado ga arimasu. Ringo means apple, jisho means dictionary, noto is notebook, ya nado is the particle that we use to express a lot of things. Nado ga arimasu. So there is ringo, dictionary, notebook, etc. on the table. Clear? Now Miss Tanaka responds, Hai, so desu ne. Kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Hai, so desu ne. Kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Hai is yes. So desu ne. You're right. Kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Kaban means bag. Doko is where. Ni is the particle expressing location of existence. Wa arimasu ka is the interrogative structure. Kaban wa doko ni arimasu ka? Where is the bag? Mr. Raja responds, Tsukue no shita ni arimasu. Tsukue no shita ni arimasu. Tsukue means table. Shita is bottom. Ni is the particle expressing location of existence. Arimasu is the existence. So tsukue no shita ni arimasu. The bag is under the table. Miss Tanaka responds, Sore wa donna kaban desu ka? Sore wa donna kaban desu ka? Sore means that, donna is what kind of, kaban means briefcase, wa desu ka is the interrogative structure. Sore wa donna kaban desu ka? What kind of bag is that? Mr. Raja responds, Aoi kaban desu. Aoi kaban desu. It's a blue bag. Mr. Ashok responds, Marui kaban desu. Marui kaban desu. It's a round bag. Miss Devi responds, Noto wa aoi desu. Noto wa aoi desu. Noto means notebook. Aoi is blue. Wa desu is the affirmative structure. So noto wa aoi desu. Notebook is blue in color. And now Mr. Ashok responds, Kono hon wa donna hon desu ka? Kono hon wa donna hon desu ka? Kono hon is this book. Donna is what kind of. Wa desu ka is the interrogative structure. So basically here Ashok points his finger to one of the books on the table and he asks what kind of book is that. And then Miss Tanaka responds, Eigo no hon desu. Eigo no hon desu. Eigo means English. No hon is Japanese. Eigo no hon desu. Sorry, no hon is book. Eigo no hon desu means it's English book. Mr. Ashok responds, Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? Nihongo is Japanese language. Hon is book. Dore is which. Wa desu ka is the interrogative structure. So Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? Which is the Japanese language book? Miss Tanaka responds, Kore to kore ga Nihongo no hon desu. Kore to kore ga Nihongo no hon desu. So she is pointing her fingers on the photograph and she is trying to explain that this one and this one are Japanese language books. Clear? Now let's have a recap of the conversations again. Devi, これは日本の写真ですか? これは日本の写真ですか? Is this a photograph that was taken in Japan? Miss Tanaka, はい、私の部屋です。この部屋に何がありますか? Yes, it is my room. Is there anything in this room? Miss Devi, 机と椅子があります。There is a chair and a table. Miss Tanaka, 机の上に何がありますか? Is there anything on the table? Mr. Ashok, はい、あります。Yes. Miss Tanaka, 何がありますか? What is there? Mr. Ashok, リンゴや辞書やノートなどがあります。There is apple, dictionary, notebook, etc. Miss Tanaka, はい、そうですね。カバンはどこにありますか? Yes, you're right. Where is the briefcase? Mr. Raja, 机の下にあります。It's under the table. Miss Tanaka, それはどんなカバンですか? What kind of bag is that? Mr. Raja, 青いカバンです。It's a blue bag. Mr. Ashok responds, 丸いカバンです。It's a round bag. Devi, ノートは青いです。Notebook is blue in color. Mr. Ashok, この本はどんな本ですか? What kind of book is this? Miss Tanaka, 英語の本です。It's an English book. Ashok, 日本語の本はどれですか? Which one is Japanese language book? Miss Tanaka, これとこれが日本語の本です。This one and this one are Japanese language books. Now let's get into the matome, that is the summary of lesson 4. Tanaka sensei no heya ni tsukue to isu ga arimasu. Tanaka sensei no heya ni tsukue to isu ga arimasu. Meaning, there is a chair and a table in Tanaka-san's room. Sensei no heya is Tanaka-san. Sensei no heya means Tanaka-san's room. Ni tsukue to, ni is the particle expressing location of existence. Tsukue meaning table, isu meaning chair, to is and, ga arimasu is the affirmative structure. The next line is tsukue no ue ni hon ga arimasu. Tsukue means table, ue is top, ni is the particle expressing location of existence, hon is book, ga arimasu is the affirmative structure, no is the connecting particle. So tsukue no ue ni hon ga arimasu. There is a book on the top of the table. Jisho ya aoi noto mo arimasu. Jisho ya aoi noto mo arimasu. Jisho is dictionary, aoi note is blue notebook, mo means also, ya is the grammar particle. So there is a dictionary and also a blue notebook available. The last sentence is kuroi kaban wa isu no shita ni arimasu. Kuroi kaban wa isu no shita ni arimasu. I'm sorry, it's not kuroi, it's aoi kaban. So it's aoi kaban. Aoi kaban wa isu no shita ni arimasu. The blue bag is under the... Yeah, I've corrected the last sentence. Aoi kaban wa tsukue no shita ni arimasu. The blue bag is under the table. Clear? So let's have the recap one more time. Tanaka sensei no heya ni tsukue to isu ga arimasu. Tsukue no ue ni hon ga arimasu. Jisho ya aoi noto mo arimasu. Aoi kaban wa tsukue no shita ni arimasu. Clear? Now we have come to the last section of this lesson, that is Renshu, exercise or practice. So the first question is Naniga arimasu ka? So you see a photograph here. You can see a lot of objects in the photograph. There are answers available just below the photograph: hana, flower, cabin, flower base, casa, umbrella, heater, television, hondana, radio, and surippa, which means room shows. So when I'm asking you Naniga arimaska, you have to say what are all available in this photograph. There are multiple ways of answering this question. The first one is hana ga arimas or hana wa arimas, kabin ga arimas or kabin wa arimas, kasa ga arimas or kasa wa arimas, stove ga arimas or stove wa arimas, terebi ga arimas, terebi wa arimas, hondana ga arimas, hondana wa arimas, radio ga arimas, radio wa arimas, surippa ga arimas, surippa wa arimas. So these are the two ways of answering this question. The another way is that using ya nado pattern. So how can you use ya nado pattern here? I'm asking you nani ga arimasu ka? So your answer will be hana ya, kabin ya, kasa ya, stove ya, terebi ya, hondana ya, radio ya, surippa nado ga arimasu. Another option will be hana ya, kabin ya, kasa ya, stove ya, terebi nado ga arimasu. So it's not required to answer answer all the objects that is available in this picture. Instead, you can just use ya nado pattern and finish the sentence in a short format. For example, hana ya, kabin ya, kasa ya, stove ya, terebi nado ga arimasu. Clear? So basically there are three different ways of answering this question. The first one is using ga pattern, hana ga arimasu. Second one is using wa pattern, hana wa arimasu. And the third pattern is using ya nado pattern, hana ya, kabin ya, kasa ya, stove nado ga arimasu. Clear? Okay. So the next question is, we have 5 set of sentences here. So you just have to read the sentences and understand the meaning in it. Heya ni kaban ga arimasu ka? Heya ni kaban ga arimasu ka? Meaning, in the room, was there a bag? Was there a bag in the room? So ni is the grammar particle here, which is the particle expressing location of existence. Kaban ga arimasu ka? Was there a bag in the room? So the listener is new to the situation, hence ga particle is used. Other way of understanding this sentence is, he is asking a question. The speaker is asking a question. So obviously ga pattern will be used. Clear? So the next sentence is shats ni pocket ga arimasu. Shats ni pocket ga arimasu. Ni is again the particle expressing location of existence, and ga is the subject marker. Clear? So shats ni pocket ga arimasu. Pocket is there in the shirt. As simple as that. Clear? So the next sentence is hon wa hondana ni arimasu. The book is in the bookshelf. The book is in the bookshelf. The fourth sentence is hon ya, noto ya, jisho nado ga arimasu. So here ya nado pattern is used. Hon ya, noto ya, jisho nado ga arimasu. Book, notebook, dictionary, etc. are available. The last one is radio wa terebi no ue ni arimasu. Radio wa terebi no ue ni arimasu. The radio is above the television. The radio is above the television. Clear? Now let's have a recap of these 5 sentences. First one is heya ni kaban ga arimasu ka? Shatsu ni poketo ga arimasu. Hon wa hondana ni arimasu. Hon ya noto ya jisho nado ga arimasu. Radio wa terebi no ue ni arimasu. So the last question of this exercise. Dash wa dore desu ka? So you have three different set of questions here. Dash wa dore desu ka? First question is Nihongo no hon. So you have three options here. So you have to identify which is the Japanese language book and fill in the blanks. So dash wa dore desu ka? Meaning Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? So Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? The first one is ABC. So it's an English book. The second one is a Japanese book. The third one is a Tamil book. So Nihongo no hon wa dore desu ka? Nihongo no hon wa B desu. Nihongo no hon wa option B desu. Clear? Let's answer the second question. Gyunyu wa dore desu ka? Gyunyu is cow's milk. So gyunyu wa dore desu ka? First option is cow's milk, the second one is goat's milk, and the third one is soya milk. So gyunyu wa dore desu ka? Gyunyu wa option A desu. Clear? And the last one is going to be really easy. Ringo wa dore desu ka? Which one is apple? Ringo wa dore desu ka? The first option is akai. Second is aoi. C is kiroi. So ringo wa dore desu ka? Ringo wa akai desu. The apple is red in color. So obviously the ringo wa option A desu. Clear? So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next lesson 5. Edupedia World de aimashou. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.